Have you ever stopped to think about how much time you might have left once you turn 70? Each year after that starts to feel even more meaningful. And the reality is, your body is already giving you subtle hints about how much longer you could live. Some folks in their 70s still feel energetic, mentally sharp, and full of life. Others, though, begin to slow down, grappling with health issues and constant tiredness. What sets them apart often comes down to a handful of important signs. These are powerful clues that can offer insight into your future health and longevity. In today's video, we're going to break down 7 science-backed indicators that can help predict how long you might live after 70. These aren't old wives' tales or wild guesses, they're grounded in real research from scientists and doctors studying people who enjoy long, healthy lives. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what to watch for in your own body and habits, and, even better, what steps you can take to boost your odds of living a longer, healthier life. Before we get started, I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. Your support helps me keep sharing important life lessons for our older years. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, I recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. If you enjoy this video, please type the number 1 in the comments. If it didn't resonate with you, type 0. That way, I'll know how to improve and bring you better content in the future. Alright, let's dive in. Sign number 1, your walking speed. When most people think about what determines how long they'll live, they tend to focus on things like genetics, diet, or their medical history. While all of those are definitely important, there's one often overlooked yet surprisingly strong predictor of longevity after age 70, how fast you walk. Yes, your walking pace, something that seems so ordinary, can actually tell a lot about your general health, physical strength, and even how many more years you might live. Studies have consistently found that older adults who maintain a steady, moderate, or even brisk walking speed tend to live longer and enjoy better overall well-being than those whose pace has noticeably slowed down with age. And walking speed isn't just about mobility. Tells us a lot. It reflects your muscle strength, joint health, heart and lung endurance, and even brain function. In other words, how quickly you walk is often a mirror of how well your body is aging overall. To help put this into perspective, picture 2 men, Joe and Frank. They're both 75 years old. Joe makes it a daily habit to go for a morning walk. His steps are strong and steady, his posture is upright, and he walks with confidence. Whether he's crossing a street, going upstairs, or keeping pace with friends, he moves with ease. Walking comes naturally to him, and he rarely feels tired from it. Frank, on the other hand, used to be fairly active. But over the last few years, he's gradually slowed down. His steps are shorter now, his pace is uneven, and he often feels winded. He tends to avoid stairs when possible, needs more rest breaks even on short walks, and has trouble keeping up with others. Sometimes, he feels a little unsteady on his feet if he's not careful. While Joe's brisk walking pace shows that his body is still running efficiently, Frank's slower pace could be an early warning sign of declining health. A slow or unsteady gait isn't just a normal part of getting older, it can be a red flag pointing to deeper health problems. Weak muscles, poor blood flow, stiff joints, or even early-stage neurological conditions like dementia or Parkinson's disease can all play a role in a slower walking speed. When your legs lose strength, your whole body starts to suffer. Your balance, stamina, and overall ability to stay active take a hit. And the less you move, the weaker you become, creating a downward spiral that leads to even more loss of strength and a gradual decline in your overall health. Here's the good news: walking speed is something you can actually improve. If you've noticed that you're slowing down, don't ignore it, see it as your body's way of telling you it's time to take action. Start small by adding more movement to your daily routine, even if that just means short walks around your neighborhood or inside your home. Strength training, balance-focused exercises, and flexibility exercises can all play a role in keeping you mobile and reducing your risk of falling. Even small daily habits, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, standing up to stretch more often, or doing simple leg movements, can make a real difference in helping you maintain a strong, stable stride. In the end, how quickly you move through the world literally says a lot about how long you might keep moving. So pay close attention to your walking speed. It's one of the easiest and most revealing ways to check in on your overall health and life expectancy. And the best part? By making just a few simple changes, you can stay strong, independent, and active for many more years to come. Sign number 2, your grip strength. It might surprise you, but the strength of your handshake could be giving away more about your future health than you think. Time and time again, scientific studies have shown that grip strength is one of the most reliable markers of overall vitality, especially in older adults. A firm, steady grip usually means you've maintained healthy muscle mass. Good. circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system, all of which are critical for staying active and independent as you get older. On the flip side, a weakening grip can be one of the first signs of declining muscle strength, increased frailty, and even a higher risk of serious health issues, including heart disease and limited mobility. Take Robert, for example. He's 78 and has always been proud of his strong handshake, a sign of his physically active lifestyle. He makes it a point to lift light weights, go on regular walks, and stay involved in activities that keep his muscles working. He's never had trouble opening jars, carrying grocery bags, or lifting things around the house. Then there's Walter, also 78. Lately, he's noticed some subtle changes, like struggling to twist the cap off a water bottle, feeling less strength when carrying his briefcase, and having difficulty holding heavier items for long periods. At first, he brushed it off as just a normal part of getting older, something that happens to everyone. What he didn't realize was that his weakening grip was actually a warning sign, a sign that he was gradually losing muscle mass. And if left unaddressed, that loss could lead to frailty, a higher risk of falling, and even a shorter lifespan. Your hands aren't just there to help you hold things, they also serve as a key indicator of your body's overall muscle health. If your grip is getting weaker, chances are other muscle groups are losing strength too. And the more muscle you lose, the harder it becomes to stay independent, mobile, and protected against injury. The great news is that muscle loss doesn't have to be permanent. No matter your age, you can take steps to build back strength and preserve it. Even adding a few simple exercises to your daily routine can make a big impact. Try squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, doing wrist curls, or lifting light weights. These small actions can strengthen your grip and keep your muscles active. Everyday activities like gardening, yoga, or basic household chores that involve holding and lifting can also play a big role in maintaining hand strength. The secret is consistency. Small, regular efforts over time can lead to big improvements. So, take a moment right now and test your grip. Does your handshake feel as strong as it did a few years ago? Are daily tasks, things that once felt easy, starting to become more of a challenge? If so, don't ignore these signs. Because your ability to hold on to things today might very well reflect how well you'll hold on to your independence, mobility, and quality of life in the years ahead. If you're still watching and finding these tips helpful, please type the number 1 in the comments below to let me know you're here with me. I truly appreciate your time. Sign number 3, your ability to stand on one leg. Balance is one of those things we rarely think about until we start to lose it. Most people focus on flexibility, strength, or stamina as signs of good health. But balance is just as important and surprisingly connected to how long you may live. In fact, studies have found that the ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is a powerful indicator of overall health and longevity. People who have trouble with balance are at a much higher risk for falls, broken bones, and even mental decline. On the flip side, those who are able to maintain good balance well into their 60s, 70s, and beyond are more likely to enjoy longer, healthier, and more independent lives. To understand why balance plays such a key role, let's look at two women, Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always been proactive about her physical health. She goes on daily walks, practices yoga, and regularly does simple balance exercises. When she lifts one foot off the ground, she's steady and still, she can hold the position with no trouble at all. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't focused much on balance over the years. When she tries the same one-leg test, she instantly feels shaky and off balance, needing to grab a chair or wall for support. At first glance, that difference might not seem all that serious. After all, isn't a little unsteadiness just a normal part of aging? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Losing your balance easily, especially when doing something as simple as standing on one leg, can be a sign that your coordination, muscle strength, and nervous system are starting to weaken. This decline not only affects your ability to move confidently but also increases your risk of falls, fractures, and hospitalizations. More importantly, poor balance can be an early warning sign of deeper issues, such as cognitive decline or reduced brain function, since balance is closely connected to how well your brain communicates with your body. The good news? Just like walking speed and grip strength, balance can be improved with practice. You're not stuck with what you have now. Simple exercises like standing on one leg while brushing your teeth, practicing Tai Chi, or doing basic yoga poses can gradually build your stability. Even small changes like shifting your weight from side to side or walking heel to toe in a straight line can train your brain and muscles to stay in sync. Make balance training a part of your weekly routine. It doesn't take much time, but the payoff is huge: more confidence, fewer falls, and a stronger, more stable body as you age. What Nancy doesn't realize is that her trouble staying balanced isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's actually a warning sign. Poor balance often points to weakening muscles, slower reflexes, and even a decline in brain function, all of which raise the risk of serious falls. And for older adults, just one fall can have lasting consequences, including limited mobility, hospital stays, and the loss of independence. So, why does balance get worse with age? It comes down to the complicated teamwork between your muscles, nervous system, and brain. As we age, it's normal to go through changes. Our muscles lose strength, our joints get stiffer, and the inner ear, which helps control balance, becomes less efficient. But lifestyle choices matter a lot too. Being inactive, having a weak core, or even taking certain medications can make it harder to stay upright and steady. Here's the good news: balance isn't something that just disappears forever. With regular practice, it's something you can absolutely improve. If you've noticed yourself feeling more unsteady, tripping when turning quickly, or relying on walls and furniture to keep your balance, now's the time to take action. Simple daily exercises can make a big difference. Try standing on one foot for 10 to 15 seconds at a time, walking heel to toe in a straight line, or practicing slow, mindful movements like Tai Chi or yoga. These small habits can help strengthen your muscles, improve coordination, and even give your brain a boost. Want to try a quick test right now? Stand up, lift one foot off the ground, and see if you can hold that position for 10 seconds without wobbling or needing support. If it's tough for you, don't stress. But don't ignore it either. The sooner you start working on your balance, the more confident and independent you'll be in the years ahead. Sign number 4, your sleeping patterns. How you sleep at night isn't just about whether you feel rested in the morning, it's actually a powerful signal of your overall health and life expectancy. Sleep is your body's time to recover. It's when your body heals, repairs damaged cells, balances hormones, and strengthens your immune system. Sleep also plays a vital role in brain health, helping to clear out toxins and process memories. Many studies have found that people over 70 who consistently get high-quality sleep tend to live longer, healthier lives. In contrast, those with poor or irregular sleep patterns face a much greater risk of cognitive decline, heart disease, and weakened immune defenses. Let's look at two men, Henry and Bill, both in their mid-70s. Henry has followed a consistent sleep routine for years. He goes to bed at the same time each night, sleeps for around 7 hours, and wakes up feeling refreshed and clear-headed. His body is in sync with its natural rhythm, allowing his brain and organs to work at their best. Because of that, he stays mentally sharp, physically active, and full of energy all day long. Bill, on the other hand, has had trouble sleeping for years. He often tosses and turns, wakes up several times during the night, and sometimes can't fall back asleep. On some nights, he barely manages 5 hours of rest. Over time, the effects begin to show. He starts experiencing regular brain fog, mood swings, and constant daytime tiredness. His blood pressure becomes unpredictable, his immune system weakens, and even his reflexes begin to slow. At first, Bill brushes off these symptoms as just part of getting older. But in reality, they're warning signs of deeper health problems, all triggered by poor sleep. If you find yourself waking up often during the night, struggling to fall asleep, or feeling tired even after lying in bed for hours, don't ignore it. Your body is trying to get your attention. Poor sleep can be caused by a range of things, from chronic stress and unhealthy eating habits to lack of physical activity or hidden medical issues like sleep apnea. If left unaddressed, these problems can speed up the aging process and increase your risk of serious diseases. The good news is, sleep quality isn't fixed, it can be improved with some simple but effective changes. Start by cutting back on screen time before bed. Blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs can interfere with your body's ability to produce melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Create a calming nighttime routine, like reading a book or practicing meditation, to signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Getting exposure to natural sunlight early in the day can help reset your internal clock, while avoiding heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol in the evening can reduce sleep disruptions. Even small changes, like making your bedroom cooler and darker, can lead to noticeably better sleep. Remember, sleep isn't just about getting rest. It's about giving your body the chance to heal, reset, and recharge. If your sleep habits have shifted recently, or if you're waking up feeling tired and foggy, don't brush it off. It's a sign that something needs attention. The quality of your future health is directly tied to the quality of your sleep now. If you're still watching this video and finding these tips helpful, please comment the number 2 below to let me know that you're still here watching this video with me. I truly appreciate your time. Sign number 5, your appetite and eating habits. How you eat after the age of 70 is one of the most powerful indicators of your overall health and longevity. Keeping a healthy appetite and sticking to a well-balanced diet are essential for staying physically strong, keeping your immune system robust, and maintaining steady energy levels. On the flip side, a sudden drop in appetite, erratic eating habits, or a constant lack of interest in food can be red flags, signals of underlying health problems that could speed up the aging process and lead to serious health issues. Take Margaret and Susan, for example, both are 74 years old. Margaret has always enjoyed food, and even in her 70s, she still takes pleasure in preparing and eating balanced, nourishing meals. Her diet includes plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, making sure her body gets the nutrients it needs. She looks forward to mealtimes, maintains a healthy weight, and stays energized throughout the day. This consistent nourishment supports her muscle mass, metabolism, and brain function, allowing her to stay active and independent. Susan, on the other hand, has experienced a noticeable change in her eating habits over the past year. She often skips meals, doesn't feel as hungry as she once did, and tends to reach for processed snacks instead of balanced meals. Without realizing it, she's lost weight unintentionally and feels tired more often. What Susan doesn't realize is that her loss of appetite isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a warning sign. Her body may not be absorbing the nutrients it needs, which can lead to serious health consequences over time. This kind of nutritional imbalance can result in muscle loss, weaker bones, a slower metabolism, and a weakened immune system, making her more prone to illness and injury. In older adults, a reduced appetite can be caused by a number of factors, including a slower metabolism, hormonal changes, digestive problems, medication side effects, or even early symptoms of cognitive decline. When the body doesn't get enough proper nourishment, it starts to break down muscle for energy. This leads to increased frailty, a greater risk of falling, and longer recovery times from illnesses or injuries. Poor nutrition doesn't just affect your body, it impacts your brain, too. It can lead to memory problems, reduced mental clarity, and slower cognitive function. If you've noticed changes in your eating patterns, like feeling full too quickly, losing interest in food, unexplained weight loss, or lacking the energy to cook, it's time to take action. Eating well in your 70s and beyond isn't just about satisfying hunger. It's about giving your body the fuel it needs to stay strong, independent, and able to bounce back from life's challenges. Make it a daily goal to include a variety of nutrient-rich foods in your meals. Think lean proteins, fiber-rich vegetables, healthy fats, and whole grains. Staying well hydrated is equally important, as dehydration can also reduce your appetite and energy. If eating has started to feel like a chore, try making mealtimes more enjoyable by sharing them with others, with loved ones, experimenting with new recipes, or adjusting portion sizes to match your current appetite. And above all, listen to your body. If your appetite has noticeably changed or you're losing weight without trying, it's important to speak with a healthcare professional. They can help identify any underlying issues that may be affecting your health. Remember, the way you eat today plays a direct role in how strong, active, and independent you'll be in the years ahead. So, take a moment to reflect. Are you still enjoying your meals? Are you giving your body the nourishment it needs? Or have you noticed a drop in your appetite and energy? Being mindful of your eating habits is one of the most powerful ways to protect your health and maintain your vitality as you age. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons helpful, please comment the number 3 below to let me know you're still here with me. I appreciate your valuable time. Sign number 6, your ability to handle stress. The way you manage stress after the age of 70 can reveal a great deal about your long-term health and even your life expectancy. Stress isn't just something you feel emotionally, it has serious effects on your physical health, too. Chronic stress can weaken your immune system, leaving you more vulnerable to infections and illness. It increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. It can even speed up the aging process by triggering inflammation, damaging cells, and ultimately shortening your lifespan. On the other hand, people who learn how to cope with stress in healthy ways tend to age more gracefully. They stay physically active, maintain better brain function, and enjoy a higher quality of life in their later years. The ability to stay calm under pressure, adjust to challenges, and focus on solutions instead of problems plays a huge role in how well you age. Take John and Richard, for example, both 76 years old. Like everyone, they face life's unavoidable stressors, surprise medical bills, family conflicts, health scares, and the everyday frustrations of getting older. The uncertainties that come with aging. John has learned to face challenges with a sense of calm and resilience. When something goes wrong, he pauses, takes a deep breath, and thinks through his options. He regularly does things that help him manage stress, like going for walks, practicing mindfulness, and staying in touch with family and friends. Most importantly, he doesn't dwell on the things he can't control. Richard, on the other hand, has a harder time coping with stress. Even small setbacks can feel overwhelming. He often worries about things outside of his control, replays negative situations in his mind, loses sleep over minor issues, and feels constantly anxious or frustrated. Over time, this takes a toll on his body. His blood pressure stays elevated, his sleep quality suffers, and he frequently feels physically and mentally exhausted. The effects of long-term stress aren't just emotional, they have very real consequences for your physical health. Research shows that chronic stress increases inflammation in the body, which is a major contributor to nearly every serious age-related illness, including Alzheimer's, heart disease, and diabetes. When stress becomes a constant in your life, it slowly breaks down your body's natural defenses, making it harder to fight off illness and bounce back from setbacks. So ask yourself, how do you handle stress? Do you have healthy ways to relax, reset, and stay grounded when life gets tough? Or do you find yourself stuck in a cycle of worry, frustration, and tension? The encouraging news is that managing stress is a skill and it's never too late to learn. Simple habits like deep breathing, meditation, regular exercise, journaling, or even laughing can make a real difference. Staying socially connected is also essential. Having supportive friends and family to talk to can ease your mental load and help you keep things in perspective. If you found this insight helpful, drop a number 6 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to tap that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important video. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content designed to help you live a healthier, happier life. Now, let's move on to the final sign. Sign number 7, your social connections. The depth and quality of your relationships may be one of the clearest indicators of your health and longevity after age 70. Decades of research have consistently shown that people who maintain strong social bonds, whether through friendships, close family ties, or involvement in their communities, tend to live longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. On the flip side, loneliness and social isolation have been linked to a higher risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, depression, anxiety, cognitive decline, and even early death. Take Eleanor and Barbara, for example, both are 78 years old. ELE relationships. She regularly calls her childhood friends, attends weekly book club gatherings, and volunteers at her local community center. She often visits her grandchildren, enjoys laughter-filled dinners with her neighbors, and takes comfort in knowing she's surrounded by people who genuinely care about her. This strong sense of connection gives Eleanor a reason to stay active, involved, and emotionally fulfilled. Barbara, on the other hand, has slowly pulled away from social interaction over the years. After losing her husband, she found it difficult to reach out and now spends most of her days alone. The friendships she once held dear have faded due to lack of communication. And while her children and grandchildren still care deeply for her, she hesitates to call, afraid she might be a burden. As time goes on, her isolation grows deeper. Her mood declines, she feels tired more often, and her physical health begins to suffer. Human connection isn't just, Aner has always made an effort to stay socially connected, about companionship. It has a real and powerful effect on your physical health. Spending time with others helps keep your brain sharp, lowers stress, and even reduces inflammation in the body. Meaningful social interactions release feel-good hormones that boost happiness and overall well-being. On the other hand, isolation can lead to chronic stress, which weakens the immune system and speeds up the aging process. If you find yourself spending more time alone, avoiding social gatherings, or hesitating to reach out to loved ones, it might be time to take a step toward change. Staying socially connected doesn't mean you need to be surrounded by people all the time. It's about quality over quantity. Simple, intentional steps like reconnecting with an old friend, joining a club or hobby group, volunteering, or just making it a point to check in regularly with family can make a big difference. Even one heartfelt conversation can offer the emotional nourishment your body and mind need. Your emotional well-being. The relationships you nurture today don't just bring happiness and companionship, they actually help you live a longer, healthier life. Human connection isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for both your mind and body. So take that first step, call a friend, go to that social gathering, or reach out to someone who might also be feeling alone. Your future self will be grateful you did. Now that you've discovered the 7 key signs that can predict how long you might live after 70, take a moment to reflect. Which one resonated with you the most? Was it the significance of walking speed? The strength of your grip? Or perhaps the powerful influence of your social connections? Each of these signs gives you an opportunity to take charge of your health and make meaningful changes starting today. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share one thing from this video that you plan to apply in your life. Whether it's walking more, sleeping better, or building stronger connections, or strengthening your social ties, your journey to a longer, healthier life begins with small, consistent steps. If you found this video helpful, please let us know by leaving a comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support allows us to keep creating content that informs, empowers, and inspires you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.